We are going to use our mat. We're not going to do anything in a seat today, so if you are in a chair, please find your way to a mat or a blanket or anything like that, just so we have a little cushion. Kind of going along with what we did yesterday, where we did a lot of like lower back kind of pelvic stretching. We're going to focus a little bit on the hips, the inner thighs today, just kind of giving those a nice big stretch. In case you can't tell, we're like moving slowly down the body. And then next week we're going to play a little bit with like everything. So we're just going to kind of put it all together, do full body stretching. I mean, it's all full body stretching, but you know what I mean. Hello. Yeah, so again, this is Fall Into Yoga. My name is Sarah. This is a 2-week challenge where we spend 10 minutes a day just kind of giving ourselves a moment to settle in, to breathe, to stretch, to kind of remove ourselves from our work day or whatever else we're doing. It's really important that we kind of allow ourselves to step away when we can and just like reconnect and ground ourselves, because this world is hectic. So hi. Again, if you aren't already, let's find our way onto a mat. Let's get started. We're actually just going to start in a seat for a moment. I'm going to go onto my glutes, because I just personally don't like sitting on my knees. I'm just going to take a moment to ground ourselves down. Let's place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, and maybe it's some neck rolls here, some shoulder rolls, just kind of physically shrugging off whatever's already happened today. And then let's slowly just find a little stillness, maybe close the eyes, or you can just soften the gaze down, just not really looking at anything in particular. And just let things soften. As always, maybe you start with the top of the head and just soften the eyebrows and the eyes and the jaw, the throat, the shoulders. Keep moving all the way down the body, relaxing the abdomen, the belly, the glutes, and all the way down the legs. And if there's any sounds where you are, just kind of let them float in and out of your awareness. Instead, maybe just focus on the rise and fall of the belly underneath your hand. Maybe feeling the heartbeat underneath the other hand. Let's go ahead, take 3 big breaths in here together. Inhale, fill up the hand that's on the belly first, and then fill up the chest where the other hand is, and let it go. Exhale. Let's do 2 more just like that. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. And let's take 1 more big inhale. Big exhale. Nice. You can gently release the hands, blink open the eyes. Let's just find our way right into a tabletop here. I'm going to turn to the side and just make sure those shoulders are stacked over those wrists and that the hips are right over the knees here. And right away, let's go into our cat-cows. You can always start small, just kind of taking the traditional shapes here. Again, making sure we're not sinking into our shoulders. We're really lifting up and out. And you'll notice when you lift up and out of the shoulders, you have more space to look up, open the collarbone. And then exhale, really create that nice C curve in the spine. Let the neck relax, press off the tops of the feet. Nice, let's take 2 more like that. Go at your own breath. Listen to your body. I'm just guiding you through, but at the end of the day, it is your practice. You decide how you want to move, how fast, how slow. And right here to start taking a few, maybe hip circles, maybe it's tucking the toes. We're going to be here about 4 breaths. Hi, if you're just coming in. Just kind of moving. Again, without thinking too much, maybe close the eyes. Notice how you can get a little more in tune with how the body feels when you just remove a sense of sight here. 1 more breath. Nice. Exhale, let it go. Nice. Now find a neutral tabletop. I'm just going to turn to face you. Move obstacles out of my way. I'm going to turn to face you just so you can see what this is going to look like. So we're going to start by lifting the right leg up. Keep the knee bent. This is a fire hydrant if you've ever done this in like a HIIT class, but we're not going to hold it. We're just going to take some nice big hip circles here. Just let it kind of be as big, as small as you'd like, and then we'll reverse the direction. Whew, if you've been sitting all day, this might feel really nice. And the next time the right knee comes up, just hold it up at the tricep, straighten that leg out to the side, and then plant it down. So wherever you are, your right foot is going to be planted, the toes are going to be facing the mat. If you want to turn so you have kind of the long ways on your mat, that might be better on the knee. And then just tuck the back toe here and just start rocking back and forth. So you're getting into the inner thigh with this stretch, a little bit into the pelvic muscles. And I'm going to turn just so you can see. I'm going to do a little arch in my low back, just up to the sky. Just by sending the tailbone up a little bit, you'll feel a nice wrap around the inner thigh, but also around the glute muscle as well. So maybe play around with changing the spine, kind of arching, and maybe tucking the tailbone a little bit, just noticing the difference. Let's take 2 more rocks here. Exhale. Nice. Now keep the legs where they are. Just untuck the back toe and bring the torso up. So we're going to find a gate pose. So your hips, again, are squared. And you're going to lift that left arm up and over. Nice stretch on. You'll feel the left oblique, but also a little bit of the outside of the left hip. Full breath in. Exhale. Ooh, come all the way back up. Why am I sweating? Inhale, bring the hands down. Bring that right knee in. Let's find a cat-cow just to reset. And we'll do that all on the other side. So let's lift that left knee up. Give ourselves a few circles. You might hear some snap, crackle, pops, either from me or maybe your own hip. And then just reverse the circle. Notice if one side feels a little tighter than the other. And then the next time the left knee comes up, leave it there, straighten the left leg out. Ooh, this side's tight. Plant that left foot down. The left toes are facing the front. Again, I'm going to turn just so you can see it from the side. You'll tuck the right toes just to give you a little stability and then rock back and forth here. Again, feeling the stretch on the inner left thigh. And then if you slightly kind of arch the tailbone up, feeling it wrap a little bit more around the glutes. Noticing that even the smallest movements can really change the shape. So maybe play around, just get to know the body a little bit better. Notice what feels tight. And send a few rounds of breath to that space. Really using the inhale. Keep going. I'm just going to turn back. This is probably why I'm sweating. I'm moving so much. Exhale. Using the exhale to really let some of the tension go. One more breath. And then gently come back to center. You're going to untuck that back toe and you're going to come up so your torso lifts on up, finding that gate pose. So the same leg that's out, send that leg long, send that arm down the leg, reaching the opposite arm up and over. Full breath in here. Exhale. Nice. Come all the way back up. Bring the hands down. Let's find one more cat-cow. Releasing all that. Again, I'll turn to the side, and this time let's find a child's pose. You can keep the knees where they are, hip width, or maybe you send them out. Just stretching the arms nice and long here. Let the heart melt. Sending some breath to the belly, to the low back, to the hips. Exhale, let yourself get a little bit heavier here. Feeling the textures under the fingertips. Feeling the jaw and the neck relax. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Make some noise with the exhale. One more big inhale. Big exhale. And then slowly use the hands to come up to sit. Bring the knees together. And you can stay on the knees if that feels nice, or you can shift off to either side. And we'll find a seat. Coming back to where we began today's practice, maybe give yourself a couple shoulder rolls again, a couple neck circles. If you are sitting cross-legged, maybe switch the leg you have in front, finding the one that's a little bit less familiar. We're going to seal our practice again with 3 big breaths. Let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Let everything out of the lungs on your exhale. Take a big inhale, fill up the belly first. Open the mouth side out. Big breath in. Let it go. Last one. Big inhale, really fill up. Hold at the top a little bit longer. And then exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Hands come to prayer at heart center, giving yourself a little gratitude for showing up today for this 10-minute flow, a little act of self-care for yourself. Feel free to save this. I will have it as a reel in just a few minutes, so you can always come back to it. And thank you all so much. I will see you tomorrow at 1. Bye.